You're in it. Hello, everybody. This is a document of my Chibson SG that I just got today. I wanted to make a document of this, so if there's any flaws, I can have some recourse, and also just to be an informative tool for anybody interested in buying one of these. The process was pretty painless. It took approximately a month and a week to get this. 3-week lead time because it was custom made. Had an ebony fretboard, mahagony, solid mahogany body and neck. And we'll see how that turned out, if that's actually in there. I received it unopened by customs. Tape is solid. And I did not have to pay any tax, any duty on this, which I understand is either hit or miss in the United States. Some of the European countries, Australia or whatever, it seems like they have to pay tax every time. But they shipped it as a gift worth $80. Included a guitar strap, which I don't need. Also a lead cable, which I don't need. I'll take it. Guitar fix. Package was 3.60 kilos, which is about 8 pounds. It's about exactly 8 pounds. It's an SG, so I'm not concerned with the weight, because that would be pretty normal for an SG. It looks like they got the ebony fretboard all right. The strings are really loose. Looks pretty good. Styrofoam on it. I fully intend on restringing it or changing the pickups, tone pots and volume out and all that stuff with I got Jimmy Page Super Circuit I'm going to put in. There's some tiny little flaw in the finish. Nothing notable. The tuners are obviously fake. They're a little bit darker than they should be. They should be more perloid or cream color, whatever. I'm going to replace those anyway. But overall, for $330, it's pretty good. I'm going to wind up these strings, tune it up, see how it sounds, and I'll get back to you. Okay, we're back. Tune this thing up and open up the control cavities and the truss rod cover. You can see it's pretty clean in there. I've heard a lot of bad things about how messed up the inside of the control cover or in the control cavity is, but this looks pretty good. Truss rod is in there. I put an Allen key, which they included with the guitar, and it's definitely in there, so this nut can be adjusted. So that's good. It's in tune for now, and the insulation's not bad. For 330 bucks, it's definitely worth the money. Didn't have any problems with shipping of it. Customs communication was pretty good. So I don't know, I had my worries, but everything worked out pretty good. It looks like it's a one-piece body, mahogany, and neck. It's supposed to have a long tenon. That's what I requested, but I have to take the pickups out, and I can show you that stuff later when I'm changing out the pickups. I will be replacing the bridge because the bridge is not accurate. You can see it's got the slotted screws, and it should have the small post without the slots. So there's a conversion kit that you can buy on the internet that I'm going to get. But overall, worked out pretty good, and we'll continue with the upgrades later. You know what? I'm going to do an audio sample so you can hear what this sounds like before I upgrade it. Okay, so I've had this for a day now. Found a couple more flaws, nothing major. There's a little issue with the stain in the bottom here. I don't know if you can see that. It's just a couple streaks. No big deal because it's in a location that nobody can see. But it looks like somebody had dripped something on the body of the guitar that didn't allow the stain to adhere correctly or whatever. It's just a couple of light streaks. And the truss rod screw on the bottom really doesn't go into anything. There's a sticker they put in there, but I crazy glued the sticker down and filled up the hole with crazy glue as best as I could. I don't know. It doesn't move around. That's all right. Anyway, so to reiterate, I ordered this on March 8th, and I got it on April 15th. It took 8 days for them to deliver it, which is pretty good. The buyer says he's going to try to get me compensation for a couple of the issues I got. He tried to blame it on transport, but clearly it's a factory issue. But if he gets me compensation, that's fine. The covers and stuff, like the tenon cover and the cover here, I'm going to replace with something that looks a little more realistic. I did request a long tenon neck, and I got it. I can't believe it. I took the pickup out, and the neck extends into the pickup cavity. It's unusual, though, because usually the neck is flush with the wood of the back of the guitar. But in this case, it's kind of sticking up like a block in there. But still, I think it might add some additional tone. I'm going to replace the tailpiece because I think it's zinc. I'm going to replace it with aluminum, get more tone, put a better bridge on there. And I'm going to replace the nut and probably the tuners because they're just a weird color. I'm replacing the pickups as well with a whole lot of humbuckers. And then I'm replacing the tone and volume pots with the push-pull circuit, super circuit pots set up like a Jimmy Page. But the action and everything seems pretty good. It sounds all right too. But I do this to all my guitars regardless. I just change everything out and make it mine. But for 330 bucks, you got yourself a nice project guitar or a good beginner guitar. It's definitely on par with Epiphones, actually better than one of the Epiphones I own. So there you have it. Chibson SG green. All right, see if we can get a decent sound recording here. This is a clean channel through a Randall. It's the neck pickup. It's the bridge. Here's the middle. Now we'll try some overdrive. That's the middle position. Here's the bridge. And here is the neck. So not bad for Chinese pickups, but I'm going to replace them anyway. Beginner might want to keep them in there. They don't sound half bad. So the sound quality of the recording that my laptop can do is clearly lacking, but in person it sounds pretty decent. So I'll include the sound clip in the video, but there's a lot of phasing going on, and it really doesn't give you a clear idea of what this thing sounds like. It is actually much better in person. So now you know. So on a final note, I don't recommend this to anybody buying a Chibson guitar or a Chinese Gibson. But anyway, AliExpress is pretty decent. Worked out well for me. This is my first time doing this. The seller extended the buyer protection for me because they issue a fake tracking number at first, so they can cover the time that they tell AliExpress it's going to take to complete the job. I had them build this custom with ebony fretboard and things that aren't normally included. I don't recommend buying a guitar, just one-off, already completed. I'd recommend that you ask them for upgrades first. Ask for pictures before they send it out. If you're patient and you're looking for a project guitar that you can upgrade, plan on upgrading your guitar. I got lucky. This guitar, the action was good. The intonation seems all right. I planned on upgrading almost everything anyway, so I just wanted a good body and a straight neck, and that's what I got. So, you kind of get what you pay for most of the time. So, it's cheap. It's going to need to be upgraded, but I think everything worked out for me. You might have a different experience. Just do your research if you plan on doing this, and pick somebody with a really good seller rating. and a lot of feedback. And you might get lucky too.